What?
What?
What the hell is this?
Harumph. I didn't get a harumph out of that guy.
Give the governor harumph.
Harumph!
You watch your ass.
I see you shiver with anticipation.
Let the show begin.
Hey everybody, this is David Heretic coming at you with another edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. And tonight, alright, coming back to I Am, yes indeed, I Am Fans Feeling You. Come on now. Here we go. Before we go any further, for those of you who are feeling inclined to doing all of the clicks and the likes and the bibbity bop, do me a favor before you do all that stuff. Please watch the whole video first, okay? Give me a chance to actually earn those clicks and likes. Now, after the video's done, you still feel like doing all those clicks and likes, then by all means, feel free to click away. This comes as a request from Salo D'Souza Jr. And Salo wanted to see me react to this song by I Am called Burn Slow.
Burn, baby, burn!
Now, have I heard this song before? No, I have not. To the best of my knowledge, this does not resonate with me in any way, shape, or form. However, there's always a possibility I may have heard this song in passing and I just don't realize it. So as always, if I start listening to the song and I suddenly go, wait a second, this sounds familiar, I'll let you know.
That's the truth.
You know me, I'm going to be honest with you guys. Let's see, this was posted by 1126 Records, okay? And the video has 26,000 views. It'll get you there. Other than that, there's really nothing else left to say. Link to the original video will be down below in the video description for your viewing pleasure at your leisure. Let's get started. What do you say? Are you ready? Are you ready? Because here we go. All right, here we go. I Am Slow Burn official music video. Wah, wah, wah.
For God's sake.
Yeah, there's that word official. Now it's coming off, what was the name of the channel? 1126 Music, I think is what I don't, or 1126 Records. I don't know if that's their record label or I have no idea, but it does say official here. So gotta be careful nonetheless. You already know what I'm gonna say, so I'm not gonna say it. All I'm gonna say is we're gonna have to just be careful and hope for the best here. All right, let's do this.
All right, boy, let's do this.
Okay. Um, I, I'll give him credit for being creative to an extent with the usage of changing tempo. I'm having a hard time saying this. I really am. It's adding, okay. It's adding some variety to where the song's going. And that's honestly the only thing I can say about it. It's very disconnecting. It sounds like we've had, just because of the tempo changes, it sounds like we're on song 6 right now. The song, as a direct result of all the tempo changes, the song sounds very disconnected. It's not conducive. It's seriously, it feels like we've had bits and pieces of 6 different songs now, cut and paste and slapped together in some random order. Think about it. Go back to the beginning and listen to it and ask yourself this question. Does it flow? Does it connect well? And the reason I'm saying this is because the time signature, not the time signature, I keep saying that, it's not time signature change, it's tempo change. Every time the tempo changes, it's sudden. It just changes. Right there. No setup, no accelerandos, no decelerandos. Just change instantly. And as a result, it feels, and the thing is, every time they do it, everybody lays out except one instrument. And it's usually the guitar, who comes up with a new riff. Okay, now we really feel disjointed. I'm not digging this at all. I'm sorry. I hate to say it, but I am not having a good time with this. I start to feel the groove. I start to get into the groove. And then everybody lays out except the guitar, who comes up with a new riff and a new tempo. And that's why it feels like 6 different songs so far in the last 2.5 minutes. There's just no flow. There's no conduciveness. There's no link. Honestly, I can't wait for this to be over. Oh man. Whew. Let's get this over with. I'm a little surprised they didn't change tempo for the guitar solo. Here we go again. Change tempo again. Now slow down even more.
Just the thought of you breathing makes me wish you were bleeding.
The ending was strong. I'll give it that. It didn't pull the old linear fade, thank goodness. He had an actual, very definitive ending. That was nice. Oh, okay. Let me see what I can do with this hot mess, and I'll see you in the review, and we'll talk about it. Well, there you go, folks. That was I Am with Burn Slow. This was a request from Salo de Souza Jr. Oh boy. Okay, look. I thought about this. I really did. I tried my best to squeeze every bit of goodness I possibly could out of this barrel, and there was a little more there than I thought. Okay, so it's not as bad as you might think, but I want to be very clear. I hated this. I absolutely did. I have no desire to listen to this song ever again, which is funny because I kind of liked the first one that I did a reaction to from them. I forgot the name of it, but the first reaction I did to them last month, I actually kind of liked that song. I did. I kind of dug on it. This one, no. Nope. No, sir.
No! God, please, no! 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 No!
If I can avoid this song the rest of my life, I'll be okay with that. I was not a fan of this song in any way, shape, or form. It just did absolutely nothing for me. Having said that, though, looking at the song objectively, the score might surprise some people. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to give it a 5.8. Yeah, believe it or not, 5.8. I feel good about that score. Let me tell you why.
Why?
Okay, first things first, a 5.8. What does that mean? Well, a 5.8 would translate to an okay scale rating because despite my own personal feelings, looking at the song objectively, the song's okay. It would also get 3 out of 5 stars and a C+ letter grade. So there you go, a 5.8, okay scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a C+ letter grade. Now, how did I come up with that score? Oh man. Whew, not easy, I'll tell you. So glad you asked. It was not easy. I had to do some serious ringing. I'm not gonna lie, folks. The changing in tempo really did kind of put me off quite a bit. But I was thinking back on the song and I'm like, okay, wait a minute. Let's really think about what we heard there. Were the tempo changes all that disconnected? Were they really all that different? Did we really have like 6? Or was it more like 3? And I was thinking about it and thinking about it and thinking about it. And the more I thought about it, the more the realization I came to was this. There were actually repeated parts. It wasn't 6 different parts that we heard. It was, I think it was 3. It might have been 4, but I think it was 3 parts defined by 3 different tempo changes. Now, I'm not making excuses here for that, okay? Listen, it still feels disjointed. It still feels like they took 3 different songs, cut them up, and slapped them together because there was no setup. There was no transition other than a sudden change, okay? But having said that, it wasn't as much as I thought it was. There were parts that repeated, and the same tempo, the same rhythmic pattern, the same chordal progression. There were like, they did the part here, and then they did the exact same part over here. And then they had a part here where they did the exact same part over here. Then they had a part here that they did all the way back at the beginning and all the way at the end. So there were repeated parts. There were, but the tempo changes were so sudden. It made it feel so abrupt that it doesn't feel like one song. But the good news is, rather than having 6 songs with different parts slapped together, it feels like 3 songs with different parts slapped together. So it's not as much of a hot mess as I thought it was originally. But that still does not make up any excuses for it, though. It still could have been done a lot cleaner. Now, listen, I'm sure fans of I Am, and I'm sure fans of this style of music are going to come to the defense and say, well, this is how the style of music is. I don't know what style of music this is. I don't know. Is this grindcore? Is it deathcore? Is this, I don't think it's, is it death metal? I don't think it's death metal. It might be, but I don't know how to classify these. But I know people are going to go, well, this is just the style of music they do. Well, if this is the style, and if every band that is in this style writes songs in this format with those sudden changes, no transitions, no accelerandos, no decelerandos, just bam, tempo change out of nowhere. Thanks, but no thanks. You all can have it, okay? I am not a fan of it.
You like that, girl? That's how it goes.
But at the same time, the musicianship was clean, okay? The actual musician, the playing of the instruments, the drumming, the guitar playing, the bass playing was clean. Not a fan of the vocals at all. I've never been a fan of pure grit and growl, but the grit and growl was done well. Okay, gotta give credit where credit's due. And the chordal progression, it's very simple in this part. It's very simple in this part. It's very simple in this part. But it is diverse. It's not the same. It's not like they're taking the same riff and slowing it down and speeding it up and slowing it down. Now, each section had different parts. And like I said, that added, okay, it's a plus and a minus. Because they're all different, it does, because of those tempo changes, it makes it even more separated from each other. But at the same time, it also shows variety. So it's kind of a plus and a minus there. I don't know. I don't know how. I could never write a song like this. I never could. It would drive me insane to try and write a song like this. But in any case, you take the musicianship into account. You take the creativity into account. This is how I'm coming up with the C+. It's not as bad as I thought it was, looking at it objectively. Now, like I said, the first reaction I did to these guys last month, I liked it. I did enjoy that. This, I did not enjoy. And I'm trying to think to myself, there's a lot of similarities. So what is it about this song that I'm not really thrilled about compared to the other song that I did? One thing I can think of is it was consistently at a slower tempo. Like, this whole song was a lot slower than the other one. And I think that might have been part of the reason why it feels so disjointed compared to the other song. It's a very strong possibility. Maybe it's because the chordal progression in the first song was a little more pleasing to the ear than it was here. That's also a possibility. But I definitely enjoyed the first reaction I did to them compared to this one. This one, no. I will never listen to this song ever again. But looking at it objectively, though, it's okay. I mean, it's not terrible, not objectively. Personally, yeah, it's terrible. No, I never want to listen to this again. Just keep referring to my shirt. Hang in there. Yeah, I'm hanging. Of course, the bottom of the shirt that you can't see says it gets worse. It better not get worse than this. But, yeah, 5.8. Yeah, I feel good with that score. Looking at the song objectively, so that's where we're going to stay. So let's wrap everything up here in a nice shiny bow, shall we? We have a 5.8, which is an okay scale rating, 3 out of 5 stars, and a C+ letter grade. Take your pick. I don't care. Whichever one of those floats your boat. Final word, final score, I have spoken. Well, that's going to do it for this edition of Reactions, Reviews, and Rants. Hope you all enjoyed the show. Hope I was able to entertain you. If I was able to put a smile on your face and brighten your day, I did my job, and I'm so glad I could do it. If you guys feel like joining the fan base, go ahead and click on that button down there. If you guys want to like the video, go ahead and like the video. If you guys want to ring the bell, go ahead and ring the bell. It honestly doesn't make any difference at all to me. But if you guys feel like doing these things, well then by all means, feel free to do so. Well, that's going to do it for the night, folks. Thank you very much for watching, and as always, this is David Heretic signing off, reminding you to stay fabulous and support each other. Later. Peace.